Hey, John here from FatStacks. Just going to quickly go over, explain how LongerDays has really been able to help me out, scale out my niches. Basically, LongerDays is a service that will help you out with whatever your online business is. They even help brick and mortar too, with reception and other services. Basically, these are the services they offer. They help me out mostly with writing, website assistance, and then administrative with a lot of emailing. What's great is they're all USA. They're based entirely in the United States, and they're all actually in one office location. So the communication is fantastic. You're not dealing with people all over the world and different teams located globally. They're all in the same building, so the communication within the team is very, very quick. And the other thing is they actually have people who specialize in a particular area. So like I have a dedicated writer for my niche sites, and he's a great writer, and that's what he does is he writes. And then there's people who can deal with any like website issues, and that's what they're trained in, and that's what they're capable of doing. Same with admin and so on and so forth. Okay, so that's really good because you actually can get people who know what they're doing rather than having to train them on a lot of nuances. Now, obviously, there is some training up front with letting them know how you want things to work. One of my favorite uh, benefits of using and working with LongerDays is this right here, a dedicated point of contact. You actually get a project manager who is the only person you really communicate with, which makes things so easy because right now I have a total of, I believe, 4 or 5 people working on my niche sites, and they're all within LongerDays and they all have their own specialties. But I only communicate with one person that's a project manager, and they come with the service, and then they coordinate everything among the team. So the project manager becomes really familiar with all of your processes and tasks, and then delegates it and supervises everything. And supervision is huge. The quality is just fantastic. Mistakes I've made, my project manager, she's found things that I would have missed, and she's corrected them or brought them to my attention. So it's just really proactive, fantastic supervision. The other thing is with recurring tasks. I'm going to show you the back and how you place an order, but basically the main tasks that I have are recurring, and I don't have to spend a lot of time sending instructions and so on and so forth. Everybody knows exactly what needs to be done. Like for instance, social media, it's the same in, day out. I did an instruction video, and ever since then it just gets taken care of 7 days. Well, I should say 5 days a week because they're Monday through Friday, but they're able to schedule social media throughout the weekend. Same with the writing tasks, same with email outreach and so forth within my niches. Billing is very precise, and never had an issue or any you know issue at all with billing or what they're charging and so forth. And scaling is fantastic. When I started with a fairly small package, and then quickly scaled up to over 100 hours a month, and it's just very easy. And you just got to give them a little bit of lead time and say, hey, next month I'm going to need this much, or I'm going to need to go up even more. And because they have a large team, large number of people, and who all specialize in various areas, they can easily increase the workload because they have the people there to do it. The other thing is when you're dealing with a service like this is, if somebody's sick or somebody quits or something like that, they can take care of getting someone to fill the spot. If you hire a bunch of individuals and they quit on you, you're stuck now to hire and train and basically all start the whole outsourcing process over. So with this, I don't have to worry about that. Yeah, there's going to be a little bit of training involved, and perhaps a little bit of downtime, but I don't have to deal with it because my project manager knows everything about what needs to be done, and she takes care of that. So I'm going to just now jump into the back, and you can just see how orders are placed. Here we are. Once you get an account, this is great because what you do is you've got this task form, and you just fill in the details, and they've got lots of options. You can add files, and you can really get detailed if you want. I'm at the stage now because all of my tasks are really recurring. I don't even fill out this form much. At first I did, but really I just the tasks are done pretty much automatically because they're recurring among the 3 different types of tasks that I have. But if that's not the case, you just fill in a form, you just fill this in, it gets sent in, and then it gets taken care of. And all your tasks here, I know I've got these covered up because I'm sensitive material for my particular tasks, but they're all listed here. Every task that you submit and everything that's done on your account is registered and tracked, so it's really well done. The other few things I want to mention is, they know their way. I mean, like, they set up Dropbox for me. They set up, because we share files and images and so forth, and they got it all set up for me, and it's all taken care of. They organize everything. They've got spreadsheets. Everything's tracked. If I have a question about a particular file or attribution or source file or something about a blog post, they've tracked everything. And I asked them to, and you got to pay for the time to do that. But I mean, the organization is just much better than anything I do. I'm not terribly organized with a lot of my stuff, so they really help me out there. Anyways, I realize they're a little bit more expensive than, if you're going to go, especially if you're going to go, in the global market for help. But yeah, in terms of how much time they've saved me and how much I've been able to scale up my niche sites with their help, it's just, just nothing comes close. And I've used Odesk and Elance. I've used several other services. And when I was researching and outsourcing services like this particular, like in-house in the United States, I dealt with a few others and tried a few, and Longer Days just surpassed them by leaps and bounds. So if you're looking for some help with your projects, I couldn't recommend them highly enough. They're just fantastic.